Ignite, sparked by BBB, where conversations are taking place to change the future.
Hello everybody, welcome back to BBB Sharing. This is Joshua, and here I have Mr. Jim Grahek. How are you doing today?
Pretty dang on good, but it's absolutely frigid outside, Josh.
I know, it's crazy. And you remembered yesterday? It was so nice.
Balmy.
Yeah, I heard it was like, what is it, all fronts converge onto like Virginia, so that's why like weather is so hectic, and that's why we have so many biomes.
Yeah, some beautiful rainbows afterwards.
I love it,
Yeah.
But tell me who you are and what business do you have?
Basically, I'm in business now for almost 40 years or more. I started a carpet cleaning business, and we were the first company in Richmond to offer a totally dry process. And therefore, we were on the cutting edge, and so it took off like a rocket ship, and we've been cleaning all sorts of carpets all over the state of Virginia and up into the Pentagon and more.
Wow. How does dry cleaning a carpet work?
It works on the principle that the machine it's called a CRB, counter-rotating brush machine, and it's the size of a small vacuum cleaner, or a normal vacuum cleaner, I would say. It's not large at all, maybe 12-inch, 13-inch wide. And the brushes are on the machine, and they counter-rotate. One goes in one direction, the other brushes go the other one. Therefore, it lifts up the carpet pile correctly and not distorting it like a shampooer does, like a disc. And the product that we put into the carpet, we spray in, absorbs the dirt and soil, and then it dries into a crystal, and then it's vacuumed out. It's an amazing process.
Okay. Is there a reason why people would prefer dry as opposed to wet carpet cleaning? Besides,
the biggest thing is that it stays cleaner longer.
oh,
When spots come out, they stay out. They don't come back to haunt you later like the other methods are out there. If you get your carpets clean in about 4 or 5, maybe 3 weeks later, that area looks really dingy again very quickly. Yeah, it's an amazing system, but instant use is another thing. I do 5 diamond resorts all the time because they want that room and they want that area or that facility to be used. And if it's wet, they can't use it.
yeah, it takes a minute for the carpet to dry.
A minute, you're talking a couple hours in a hotel industry. That's money going out the door. Yeah, so we provide instant use of the facility. That's one of my selling points.
Wow, okay. And how do you see the industry when it comes to employment? How is that working?
For myself, it's difficult today to find people that want to work for you. That's one of the biggest problems we're having, and that's what we hear everywhere on the carpet cleaning forums on Facebook. Well, most of my peers are having this issue and this problem.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious as to terms of like what kind of skill set do you look for when it comes to a carpet cleaner?
A guy that would be honest, friendly.
Isn't that everybody? At least I hope so.
You would think.
You would want that in everybody.
You would think.
Yeah.
No, it's friendly and honest and just wanting to, be happy and be kind to people, when they're in their homes. Because we're going to be in a house for a couple hours at a time. And so we basically are there for a reason, to clean their carpets. And then also, they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You want to listen, and I've had opportunities to talk to people and have wonderful times on cleaning the carpet.
Yeah. And did you grow up here?
No, I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Okay. What made you want to do carpet cleaning?
That's a good question. I got a job. I got married, and my first house, we moved in, and the lady didn't tell us that she had cats, and I'm allergic to cats, and so I wanted to get the carpets cleaned. And so I called a company, and it was Sears.
Okay.
And they were going to come out and charge me X amount. And then I saw this ad, and the company said, "Hey, we'll do 3 rooms for $15, I said, well, that sounds pretty cool. And then the guy comes out and hires them. And I asked him, hey, man, it turned out to be about $120. So I said, how much money did you make? And he doesn't have a college education. I do, and all that kind of stuff. And so I made $60 or something like that. I go, my gosh, man, you were only here 2 hours. You made that kind of money? You think they'll hire me? Because I just lost my job.
Okay.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Losing a job 4 weeks before your closing date on your first house?
That's a little stressful.
It was horrible. I lost the house, lost the loan, I lost the mortgage, and then, but someone else came in through and helped me out. Now, so I went with them, and then my friend who we met in Germany in the Army, his brother lives here in Richmond, and that's why I'm here in Richmond, because he invited me down here. He said there would always be a cot for me with you to be down with him and his wife. And I came down in the summer of '76, and then I went to college, got VCU, and finished in '81, and then I got married on my commencement day. I got a bride and a diploma on the same day.
Nice.
Yeah.
That must have been a nice day.
That was incredible. May '81, you know. And then had various jobs, and then I got laid off just before the closing date, like I said, and I was in dire strait. So I ended up working for that company, and then I saw, this looks interesting, this industry, you know. Here, I've got 2 college degrees now, you know, so I looked into it, and Ron told me about his brother, and he had a machine that was interesting, and it's the machine we're talking about.
The dry cleaning?
Yeah, so that was my phrase back then. These machines have been in closets all the time, in janitorial closets in high-rise buildings, but they've never been exposed, so to speak. So my phrase back then, I brought it out of the closet.
Ah, okay. Wow.
And like I said, took off. And so the first job I did was the Holiday Inn down on Broad Street, called the House of Beef Restaurant. And how everything ties in, and you know, I'm talking, but anyway, how things tie in. The manager there was the manager of the Jim's parking lot downtown on Gray Street, where I worked as a part-time while I was going to VCU getting my degree. And so John ended up being manager there, and I found out, and I called him up, said, John, I hadn't got a process. He said, well, come on down and talk to me. And he's got wrinkles all over the carpet, and my theory, or the selling point is never a wrinkle again.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Never damage to the carpet again, never delamination, which is happening all the time with these other processes, okay? And so I go in there and I do the job, and it's in the middle of the night, I get home, my very first job, and I get a call from the Holiday Inn. They say they'd like me to come back to redo an area. And I go, before I could say no, I said yes. You know, and I'm exhausted. I'm totally wiped out. I get back in the van, drive back down there. I get into the hotel that really early in the morning and to the restaurant. And there's this guy sitting at the table having a cup of coffee and reading the newspaper. I do the work, and then he comes up and he says, son, what in the world are you doing? Because it's really unique. It looks really weird what I'm doing, okay? The process and everything. And I told him, I explained what's happening, and he goes like this. And after I explained, he goes, son, sticks out his hand, he goes, my name is Briggs. I own all the Holiday Inns, and you're gonna clean every single one of them.
That's amazing.
Started like that.
Wow. How decisions were made.
What if I did not go back?
Yeah. And
What
you
if I just said,
yes.
I'm too tired to go back? I would have missed the opportunity. So I learned so many different things running this business all these years, and the people I've met, and where I've been, and how I help things, and what we do with the funds that we've gotten, and how we feed 250 kids a day in Nairobi, Kenya, stuff like that. I mean, my wife and I, we have a nonprofit that we started.
Okay, nice. What's the nonprofit?
It's called Christian Reconciliation Ministries. I can't say that word. I don't know why she made it that long, but it's called Christian Reconciliation
She knows
Ministries.
you can't pronounce it.
CRMI, or Project Respect.
Okay. What does that do?
What we do is we raise funds and we have a school and an orphanage like school in the ghettos of Nairobi, Kenya. And it all started from the pastor over there that we met at our church that we went to. And then we started helping him. We got him to get his degree at the seminary in town and help him fund that and do that for him. And he's been a good friend, so.
Nice.
Yeah, we just have to constantly raise that money every month, and those funds, and it comes in.
Good. No, I'm glad. And how can people get in touch with you?
Really simple. The phone number is 804-334-4789, and the company's called Masters Touch Carpet Care.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I appreciate you telling me your story. Thank you for coming in. This was a blast.
It was
Hope
fun.
you enjoyed it. Is this your first podcast?
It is.
Really? All right. Is it interesting hearing yourself? I remember the first time I came in here, I was like, oh my God.
What I'm hearing is something, because of the microphone and the headphones. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And
Josh, I had no idea what it was about, what you expected or what you wanted from me, Now,
no, you're perfect. No, you're fine.
and if I was going off chart, off tangents or something like that.
Zero tangents. This is just talking. This is just real talk at the end of the day. But
So do you edit this or something like that? Is that what you end up doing later?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna close it off for the viewers real quick. But yeah, we edit it. We usually just keep the raw footage because we want to hear people's authentic story and like what people do. It's usually just kind of like the intro and the outro that we put in because there's no reason to edit someone's story. It's all theirs.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys so much for coming and enjoying. If you guys need your carpets clean, you know where to go now. You can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram and go check them out. You guys have a good rest of your day, okay?
Ignite, sparked by BBB, where conversations are taking place to change the future.